Clash Royale.
Middle of the map.
And we'll see if Kira can bring it back in the series. Jump into game number 2.
But I'm flipping the pages, rattling cages in the Asian man.
Here we are on Frozen Temple once again. And up in the top left in the red, losing that last one from the Jin Air Green Wings, it is Cure.
And down to the bottom right, in blue, the Mecking Terran, it is Reality.
Gets its ear this time. Getting some respect here in the studio.
I swear every fan that comes to Next Arena just cheers for who's winning, who's the favorite.
I mean, during the first game, Kira was the only one who got a cheer. In reality, there was like one guy who was like, fighting. And there was a huge cheer for Jin Air and Cure.
The votes that we have as well
like, nope.
for Pro League, when we have the call-in votes, or the the text-in votes, which we'll have again for Grand Postseason. It's like, okay, so imagine Jin Air versus Prime, okay? Prime would never make postseason, but I'm just going to use a team that doesn't exist anymore as an example. It's like, the votes come in and it's like 12% Prime and 88% Jin Air. Then Prime wins the first 2 games and the thing comes up again and it's like 65% Prime. I'm like, guys, this just doesn't even, there should be a cutoff point for this.
Yeah.
It's like the polls on Team League. It's like, who do you think's going to win? And if you look at the polls the next day, it's always like 90% who already won. I'm like, why did you even vote after it's over? Like, nobody even knows what you voted for. Like, who even cares?
Yeah, there's
like,
no pride. There's nothing to gain, right? It's like, oh, no, of course I knew that. I was going to vote for that anyway. So you click the button. No, don't be that guy.
It's just kind of a funny thing that even exists in the first place. But let's see what happens in this game. This is our first TPT of the night that's totally mirrored in builds. Down to the production tab, there's a line of symmetry you can draw right in the middle of it.
Yep, there you go. Everything lining up. And double gas for both players, as well as a nice and early factory with the reactor. No Reaper here, it looks like. No, there it is. It's at the front. Nice snipe on that factory building SCV.
I'm going to delay that slightly. I was like, and he goes cloak. He's like, you won't have an answer in time now. No. Switcheroo.
Everything's still mirrored.
Yep, let's see who makes the tech lab first. Watch it, waiting for it.
Oh.
Cure wins. Cure wins. I'm like, GG.
Reality's like, shame on you. I wasn't going to make a tech lab in the first place. And it seems like
I just keep watching. I'm like, I don't know, man. You're joking, but he's not making it.
Yeah.
The observer's like, I mean, I don't know. He's not doing it.
Well, he's going to go Viking, and perhaps now a tech lab on the rags. Yep, there it is.
Here's cloak.
He's going to bring it back. He's like, oh, you went cloak ban, so you think you can get away with that? I'm going to do it to you. But Reality, off to a good start, already making a Viking to deal with this. Nice and safe.
Better safe than sorry. No reference to the SKT player.
Yeah.
Snipe.
That guy didn't quite think it through. Maybe he didn't know that statement.
Yeah, he wasn't really, I mean, he just really wasn't a very safe player.
There's got to be a guy that names himself Safe now. So we could just make fun of Sorry, that poor guy.
Yeah, I don't even know if there ever was a pro gamer in Korea called Safe. I don't think so.
That would be such a good name. It's like, he's safe, right?
Yeah. Oh, man, he catches the Banshee before it even leaves. This is not going well for
Cure. Look at the Hellions out of the map. Oh,
look at this. It's a good split here for Cure, but he's outnumbered. And if the Viking lands, he can actually do a lot here.
Banshee just
dead.
dies. Doesn't even go back into the main. He was busy microing his Hellions here. And more Hellions coming across the map, too.
He's got the Reaper. The Reaper heals up. SCV repair is late. This may just be game over.
That's it. He got caught out. And now Reality's just got too much stuff. Nice counter builds here from Reality. And great positioning and foresight to get across the map. be ready for this kind of thing.
Good micro with these Hellions here now. He has a Raven, probably rallied. I know it came out, but I don't know where it is. Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Okay, this is not. I mean,
this is not Cure's day.
Cure's
you can say that.
Cure's not going to finals with Star League, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, more Hellions popping out.
And all of these are low, but he just splits them so well.
Yeah, Reality playing well today.
And weak targeting from Cure. He couldn't get the lineup he wanted because the Hellion micro from Reality was so good. Landing the Viking and the auto turret. This should actually be game. It's crazy to say that, but
way too much damage. A longer first game, but a very clear-cut win here in game number 2 for Reality. Gonna pick up that tank now, take out the Banshee. That poor Banshee can't do much at this point.
Cloaks just to look a little bit shinier. And that is going to be the end of the Banshee.
Goodbye, Banshee.
Reality has a third base.
Yeah, you see him like not even really following up. He's like, I've gotten so much damage done. If I just expand, there's nothing he can do. It's like the ultimate way to win, you know? He probably could have like grouped up his units and maybe gone for a follow-up attack, but this is where you're just like, no, if I just do this, it's a mirror match. If I've done this much damage, he got like 10 SCVs, killed way more units. He's like 24 supply ahead at minute 6. So, really good spot here for Reality, of course.
Cure actually keeps making Banshees. He's so desperate. It seems like a bad idea when you think about it because, well, he has a Raven and Vikings already. Already has the answer. But it's so unexpected that maybe, I mean, you have to take risks like this when you're so far behind. Maybe he gets like 5 kills and flies away when Reality isn't looking, or the Raven's somewhere else. Then he flies it back in and starts to add up the damage. Let's see. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. There's nothing here right now, but
coming in, he didn't have great targeting there, and down goes the Banshee. He only gets 1 kill.
Well, I mean, Reality's playstyle does not allow this game to end this quickly. As a result, Cure could potentially, maybe come back. You and I were joking, like, nobody wants to win and face S. Like, right now, Reality's like, oh my god, if I win this, I might win the next TVT and I have to face Dark. Like, maybe I should just drop out of the tournament.
What's better, getting wrecked by Dark or dropping out now? Well, he may be kicked out after this by TY regardless.
Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, TY beat him earlier.
Yeah. And
look at the scan. He's like, oh my god, you're macking and you have so much economy.
Double tank production plus Hellions.
Is Cure... He's not even... He's like trying to mech while down on economy.
I think the one way that Cure wins this game is if he sets up a tank line and Reality like doesn't see it and just walks into it. I think that's like the one way. Maybe that's the one win condition that Cure sees and he's like, this is what I gotta do. I mean, I make a bunch of tanks and hope he takes a bad engagement. If I win like 2 or 3 of those in a row, maybe then, you know?
Well, that first tank shots get some mad value off on those Hellions. But now he's in range of the CC, and this could be the beginning of the end. I like this turret. Gonna help push these Vikings back. The base is evacuated currently, and Reality is controlling these gases. This is another way to choke your opponent out. The CC, if it lifts, will be Viking fodder.
Yeah.
So he just kind of has to let it burn. Okay, he lifts it, but Reality was looking elsewhere because of these Hellions.
Looking at this Blue Flame Hellions coming in. And that's actually going to get a ton of damage. Not the best splits here either. Going to clean up the entire third base. I mean, we were saying that Cure needs to get a bunch of damage done. This is the beginning of it. Coming in now, though, he's forced to land the Vikings to help out in the trade, but Reality very smartly landing his own, and that should just be it. Gonna push in. Reality taking all out the rest of the tanks.
Yep, they could just lift the Vikings to kill the CC. This wall actually looks tight.
Reality, the supplies look closer because Reality took 21 SCVs and damage on the other side of the map.
But he's still up 4.
Yeah. Wow.
And down goes the orbital. Scan here, probably the GG scan. No, he just wants to find some more damage with these Hellions.
Coming in.
He's really not, he does not want to give up his spot here. And you know what, I mean, got mad respect to that.
Yeah, Blue Flame Hellions too. Like, you have to respect the Blue Flame Hellions. Maybe not in the same manner that you respect the Void Rays.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah. They still do a bit of damage. GG Reality is going to take it 2-0. Poor Cure getting knocked out. Did not have a great day today.
Big upsets, man. One win away from going to the winner's match, loses to Patience, then gets 2-0'd by Reality. And we will have a rematch now between these two Terrans, TY and Reality, going forward here. So we'll see if Reality can change up his playstyle, maybe play a little bit safer against TY's drops, or if we have a similar best of 3.
Yeah, the maps are going to be interesting to see how they go, and if they will favor Reality or 2A. We're going to have to wait and see after a short commercial break.